Yeah, I'm excited. We got a couple of news guys, Matt Paget and Chris Pereira.
That's right.
Against
Rob
Handlery and editor Scott Butterworth.
That's true. That's who we are going to see. Right now, they're playing their burner match. In terms of a scouting report, literally no idea what's going on for the news guys, but they did send me some intel. Chris Pereira, he's a freelancer, and he's a wild card in the match due to the fact that his cat might interrupt in some fashion.
Okay.
Who knows whether the feline will be a factor here for the orange team. As for Matt Paget, based out of Vancouver, the Canuck is hoping we're all going to raise an O Canada anthem at the end of this match in victory to celebrate his win. Feeling pretty confident, even though, let's see what his Rocket League experience is like. Mostly plays singles and classifies himself as a defensive player.
Okay. So we got the bracket I can pull up here quick, show where we're at.
This is a first-round match. It's match number 1 there in the top left. The winner of this is going to go on to face Andy, Bauman, and Justin, who have a first-round bye. But now we are ready to get started here, so let's jump in. This is a best-of-3 match, so it's going to be over pretty quick, even if it goes to the full 3 matches. But it's going to be an exciting one, Mike, because it's always fun to see new competitors on the scene.
Yeah, we've had a lot of relatively unknown people coming into the tournament. You know, we play a lot in the office, but we've got, Rob, who I think a lot of us know how he plays. We've got Scott, who's pretty new to Rocket League, but then, like you were just saying, Chris and Matt, both experienced, but we don't know too much about them, so it should be interesting.
Absolutely. All right, and here we have the kickoff. Both teams meet in the middle, and it's going to go on to the orange team's side. Matt Paget coming on, but a little miscommunication there, and it's going to create an opportunity for Rob to get something going in the middle here, but no, it's Chris Pereira, the Smoking Man X, clearing it back out to midfield, working that reverse game, feeling pretty confident if he's able to put a corner together, a little bit of a center together with the reverse, but Rob's able to clear it out with those aerials he loves so much.
Not a bad center attempt by Matt Paget there. Jay Waka, 85.
We've got Rob Handlery as Turco Bango, and playing under the guise of Peter Brown, it's Scott Butterworth tracking across the net now as, a nice little bicycle kick by Chris Pereira to punch it back in, try to get it. Oh, the slow roller is always killer, and he's going to be able to put it in past Scott Butterworth, not able to track back fast enough. Let's get a closer look at this as he goes for the bicycle and then straight backs up into it. Another bicycle to open the scoring here with about 40 seconds elapsed, and we're back to the next kickoff.
Chris Pereira going backward more than forward, it seems like, at this point in the match.
You got to be comfortable with the reverse in Rocket League, because sometimes that's just the way your momentum's going, and momentum can be really key to getting those strikes that you need, to getting those angles that you need. You just have to be able to use all the tools in your repertoire.
Yeah, Chris seems like he's got a pretty good all-around game. He's been playing some solid defense from what we've seen. Not that they have been on defense too much, but of course, Rob Handlery, one of the when I think of Rob Handlery, I think of aerials and more offensive. So we'll see if they can round out their defense in this match too, to kind of tie it up and maybe pull ahead.
All right, that's going to be Scott. That's his job to get in the way there, and he did. It obstructed him a little bit. Now this is going to come back in front. Not really a play here as it comes high, and Matt Paget hits it a little far. It's going to bounce back into the midfield for Chris Pereira to make a play on, and will he cut it back here? He's working some dribble action, trying to get that flip to happen, but now it's Rob with a big clear, and he's going to chase onto it if he's smart, and he's got an angle on the goal, and that's a nice shot, and he beats Matt Paget. Backtracking, not able to make a play on it. Rob answers for the blue team with this nice little goal here. Boom. Finishes it, and it's 1-1. Both teams getting their cutting their teeth on these early goals.
Rob Handlery pulling through. Really need to make the play there, being the pro in terms of the Pro-Am tournament structure, and he's seems to be pulling some weight so far. At least they're tied up.
They're all tied up, and if we go, we can, in a little bit, we'll be able to go to a player view. Actually, I'll just do that right now. Oh, bam!
Oh, and there's a demo.
A vicious destruction by Chris Pereira as Scott Butterworth trying to figure out what to do with that ball. Not a bad move at all, and now this one's in front. It's dangerous, but Scott has got it. That is some strong defense from Scott Butterworth. That is going to be key in blue team's hopes of coming out of this match with a win. Now he's tracking back. He's going to try to sweep it wide, but he misses badly, and that's going to go right in front. Rob's not able to make a play on it. Ooh, just as he was making some strong plays, it's this miss that really costs him. He's got to be kicking himself, but that's a nice finish by those guys. Rob, not quite there in time.
Went wide around the corner to try to set it up, but did not pull through at the last second.
All right, Rob playing the defensive here, and we're going to look at... I'm just going to stick to the fly, actually, for now. How are you feeling about this view, Mike?
I like it. Maybe a little lower.
A little lower.
Give a little in the action.
Closer into the action.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh,
get the momentum.
Awkward bounce off Rob's roof, and it's going to come back in. Chris Pereira with that strong center game, and Matt Paget going to be able to finish it. No, he can't get the angle. That was a great opportunity, but Matt not able to dig it out, and now Rob chasing it up that left wing, but no, it's Chris with a rebuttal. Scott at the midfield, that's a nice challenge, but that pops it up, and it's
Matt
an
Paget
easy
with
one
the finish.
for Matt Paget to finish.
There we go. Orange team showing some strength in the last couple minutes of this game.
Yep.
See if Rob and Scott can respond.
We saw a couple misses by Matt early on, but that one solidified into the back of the net. Strong work by Jaywalker here. Let's see how these teams fare with 2 minutes left to go. Rob comes out for the challenge, and he's totally beat, but Matt is just a little high on his flip. Wow. Their hearts have got to be beaten, but there's another destruction from the Orange team. Not afraid to get their hands dirty. I like to see that, you know. The body game is definitely important in Rocket League. And, you know, Mike, you play online and you see some people apologizing or getting a little cheeky when they get destroyed. What's your feeling on physical play in Rocket League?
Oh, if you're a physical player, go for it. It could be part of the game. If you got that breakaway goal and you need to box someone out, I have no qualms about doing that. And the people that know how to do that well just add another dimension to the game that others might not be used to.
Absolutely. A dangerous little set there earlier from the Orange team that the Blue got away with one. And here's another one. Rob's going to go up for it, and he's going to deny that
Good
cross.
save.
That was key because Chris Pereira lurking there and ready to make a play. That's a nice job getting it back out to the side, but it's coming back in the middle. Rob with an aerial attempt.
And
tries to go for the
Scott
spin.
coming in.
Scott comes in, just misses it a little bit wide. Oof. And now the pressure is really on Blue Team with a minute left. They're down 2. They need to make something happen here if they're going to have a chance of sending this thing into overtime.
We go for those. Oh, and here's a good setup.
Chris Pereira!
Chris Pereira!
Oh, what a goal! He's up the corner. Let's watch this happen here.
The smoking man.
The smoking man up the wall, flips down onto it,
Almost.
and then hits it right in. That is one of the best goals we've seen in the tournament so far.
Almost a replica of the goal that Chris Waters himself pulled off yesterday.
Oh, man, that was one of my best goals. So Chris Pereira must be feeling pretty stoked with that one, and I believe that'll be the nail in the coffin for the Blue Team. 3 goals in 45 seconds. That's a tall order. I don't think they're going to be able to come back from this.
Another good set. Could happen again.
Especially the strong offensive pressure from this Orange team. Okay, now both of them tracking it across the middle, but they're both on top of each other. No one's back to stop that, but unfortunately for Pereira, that goes wide, hits the post, and bounces out, giving Blue Team a little bit of a reprieve. Now maybe they can try to end this one on a strong offensive note as Rob pushes it forward. Scott hanging back, playing defensively. Really not even necessary at this point. But he's there, going to be there to collect this. Nope, he backs off of it. Oh, but he goes onto it and then had a nice angle on it, but didn't quite make the shot. Paget pushing it up again into the corner, but letting it be as the countdown goes. He just heads home for a little safekeeping in the net. And that's going to be the end of the first match here in our evening matchup in the GameSpot Pro-Am. Chris Pereira, Matt Paget taking the first one over Rob Handlery and Scott Butterworth by a score of 4-1.
So I'm seeing Orange team much better at covering more of the field. They're not really swarming the ball. They're kind of, you know, both of them transitioning between defense and offense more than I saw Blue. I saw Blue doing more of the one person on offense going for the goal while the other stayed back. I think if Rob and Scott want to kind of save themselves, for those just joining, it's a reminder that it is best 2 games out of 3. So Blue team is still in. I think they need to kind of be a little more aggressive. I wasn't seeing it that match.
That's true. They're going to have to definitely generate some offense, and it's not going to be all Rob. You know, Scott's got to push up a little bit. He was doing all right at the midfield there. He's got to make a little bit more contact. But I think, you know, 4-1, there are a few goals there that they could have avoided. I think that there's still a chance for these guys to pull out a good second match. Blue team's still in it for sure. And now I'm going to ready up and send us into the second match here in this best-of-3 first-round game between the... Well, I'll let you know what the teams are when the scoreboard comes back up. Here we go. Blue team, Rob and Scott here in the GameSpot office, and Orange team, Chris Pereira and Matt Paget, each in their far-flung corners of freelancery here at GameSpot. Now, the kickoff momentarily. Both teams leaving one back, and that's going to prove key
by Matt Paget.
as Matt Paget wins that one and has a chance to put one by Rob, but goes a little wide. And now this is a great chance for Chris Pereira to put it in, but Scott's back there, and he's tracking the ball nicely. He's doing some of that reverse work, but here it's Chris in the corner where he was so dangerous in the first match.
Good jock there by Scott Butterworth to get Chris out of scoring
Great
angle.
Opportunity here, and that was just going to roll in. Rob misses the flip and then almost gets himself into trouble coming back around on it, but we're going to watch this come in. That's a nice little drill shot. Misses that flip. He almost comes back and hits it back out, but not quite. That's going to be an opening goal for Rob Handlery and the blue team. That's exactly the note they wanted to start on, scoring early in the first 30 seconds. That's going to give blue team confidence they hopefully need to pull this one out. Oh, bad miss by Scott Butterworth. But,
no jump on that one.
But Chris Pereira was betting on it, so he didn't play it. And there's another bad miss. These misses
Scott
are killing them.
Butterworth with the save.
Oh, Scott
comes back
coming
to redeem
up
himself.
big. When he couldn't possibly miss on the goal line, he was there. Great D by Scott Butterworth when it counted, because both orange teams or team players were chomping at the bit. This is going to be a weird one. It's going to be awkward. Rob
Scott
actually maybe have gotten himself into some trouble. Scott making a bid on it, but he just puts it back into the center for the orange team to take up to midfield. They're a little bit slow, giving the blue team time to get back on it. A little bit of awkwardness in the corner, but there's Rob with a strong clear. He's got a boost, but he's jocked off of his line by Chris Pereira. Good physical play from this orange team. And now he overruns it a little bit, but he loops back around to try to get another bead on it. He's trying to play it safe to not let them get into that corner. Hello to the foliage and a little bit of stairwell there to the outside of this Coliseum arena. And Rob, getting it right by Pereira, and they're pushing it in on Paget.
He's got one more to beat.
Goalie. Drops it right in on him. Nice read. Way to get down on right where that's going to land. And they're coming back around. Scott, making a little awkward play. He's not going to get there, but what a save! Rob Handlery digging it out. That ball was halfway across the line, folks. You saw it, I saw it, and I couldn't believe my eyes when Rob rocketed in.
Maintaining the 1-0 lead.
Pulled it off the line with some staunch defense and some clutch saves, but now Pereira is on one. He's got a line. He's going to pop it up in front. Another dangerous ball. Rob's not able to clear it. Matt Paget with a nice finish.
Capitalize.
That is what they needed to get back in the game here. It was looking like the staunch defense was going to do something good, but then, Rob with that clutch miss. What do you call it when it's clutch, but the opposite of clutch? Choke.
Stank.
No, not
choke. Choke's way better. Yeah, well,
I feel like stank is like it's a nasty shot. Like he didn't put some stank on that, but that was a really nice shot by Matt Paget to bury it in the corner off this awkward high ball. Scott doesn't really know what to do with it.
No.
Tries to loop back around, but he gives gets Paget the free shot, and Paget does not miss that time. Putting the orange team in the lead, it's 2-1 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go.
Ooh, Scott a little bit indecision on the face-off, but gets a good bounce off that one.
You know, sometimes if you're coming second to the face-off, that's the way to go. You can get the rebound hit. And now Rob pops it in. Matt Paget with a good line on it, though, and he's going to pop it. That's going to loop right in front. Scott with the clear, but he misses. Puts Rob in a place he needs to make a play, and he does. Pulls it out. And now they're both trying to get it out, but they put it in their front for Paget again, and that's Rob positioning himself as a little door jam there.
Right in front of it when it counted. Kept him alive for a little longer.
Nice little flip there by Scott. That kind of anticipation, and this one's going to be a weird one. He's got to make a play on it, and he does. Good.
Some solid defensive plays happening in this match.
Goalkeeping. Rob making up for that earlier gaff with a nice stop. Now Scott's onto it, sending it down the field. Paget probably back in goal. He definitely plays defensively, as he told us in the pregame interview. And Rob, can he loop it around? No, he just creates a really bad situation here, Pereira, but he doesn't get the angle in, so it's going to be another center.
Oh, this does not look good, Chris.
Bad misses. This is just an easy one for him to mop up. Just too antsy to get this one cleared, I think. You let this one come down a little bit more. Maybe you don't make that aerial miss. I don't know. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I think that was just a matter of someone overcommitting and then the other team capitalizing on it.
And Rob says it best himself. Whoops.
Paget
again getting the kickoff to go right towards the goal, forcing blue team to make an early save. This is a nice shot to the far corner by Pereira, but it's not going to go in. He's going to come back and dig it back out for Paget to take a shot. Paget is there, but Rob rebuttal, and then he's destroyed by Pereira.
Solid
That's
demo.
Another demo. that we see where, you know, blue player in a good position to make an offensive play, and Pereira just takes him out. Oh, Scotty, here we go. This is it, buddy. Good pressure, and it's going to be in the middle.
Rob fighting to keep it on that side of the field. That's what they need to do at this point, I think.
Onto it, can't make the play off the wall, so he loops back around. They're both going to need to punch this in. There's 1 minute left. This is do or die time for the blue team, and they're cutting off those angles, forcing those shots wide, but this is orange team basically possessing the ball right now. And, oh, Rob with a great aerial shot. Is it going to make it? No, it's just wide.
Just missed the snizz fest.
He can't follow it, but he gets the boost, and he comes back around. Oh, just a little bit wide.
Ooh.
Come back around on that shot, and now it's back in the blue team zone. This is not what they wanted, but Rob with a nice save, and he's still got some time. Never say over till it's over, Mike.
Ooh, and a solid demo by Rob. Scott's coming up for the shot.
Scotty with a nice shot, and there it is! Rob
Blue
with
team.
a taste of his own medicine serves up the demolition up to Pereira, and then Scott Butterworth loops around, takes a great angle on this right over Paget, and blue team is alive. They need 1 goal, 25 seconds. This is very doable, folks. This is exciting.
Rob Handler in for a quick face. Scott Butterworth still hanging back on defense a little bit. No, he's coming at it. There
Rob
we go.
wants this one badly. Oh, it's in
20 seconds left.
It's in the end, and orange team just needs to knuckle down, but here's a looping shot. It's weird. It's bouncing in front. No one's made a play on it.
And Scott's
in. He's
not
not there. It's so close. Rob makes another play. Oh, my goodness. It's wide. Can they get under it and get it back in the middle for a last desperate bid? Ooh, it's going to fall. Oh, and there's Paget with the clear. That's going to seal the deal. A dramatic, close finish to that match. I honestly wasn't expecting it to be that close. It wasn't looking that good for blue team, but they pulled it out with a great goal by Scott Butterworth and a nice play. It's a shame it ended because blue team looked like they were pulling it together, but it's the orange team with a first-round victory.
The slow roller by Scott Butterworth almost brought them back from the dead, but not quite. They still had 25 seconds. Orange team playing some solid defense in the home stretch there.
Very true, Mike. Very, very true. All right. Congratulations to Chris Pereira and Matt Paget pulling out a first-round victory over Rob Handlery and Scott Butterworth, who will take it to the losers bracket. Let's take a look at what that's going to look like here for a sec before we wrap it up, Mr. Mahardy. It's super tiny text. I can't read that at all.
Here we go. So now we have...
It's going to be Matt Paget and Chris Pereira versus Andy Bauman and Justin Haywald. Here we have Rob Handlery coming into the booth actually right now, so let's go ahead back to the in the booth cam. Dramatic finish there, Rob, as your team is almost able to equalize, but how are you feeling after that first round loss?
I can tell you this much, the last 30 seconds there, my heart was pounding because we had a little bit of a push. Scott actually came in incredibly clutch with that shot. Again, you know, having sat here in the caster booth thinking I had it all figured out, it's tough. It's tough to figure out the position. You know, here again, this is what's going to happen is you got these teams. Thanks for switching. You have these teams, right? Like we're consistently good on both sides.
That's true.
They knew they're doing that one drop down shot was painful.
Oh my goodness, beauty.
Yeah, you know, I threw in my saves as much as I could, but I had a couple whiffs, aerial whiffs, like I always do. You know.
We saw the whiffs; those were tough for you guys. Definitely gave up a few goals in the first round, but some clutch goal line saves that second round. I felt like that gave you guys a little energy. I did like on that Scott Butterworth goal how you gave Pereira a taste of his own medicine, blowing him up, because the orange team was playing a little physical out there.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yo, he took me. How many times did he take? He took me out twice.
Yep.
As I was, you know, trying to get
You were
back.
approaching, a potential scoring play, and blew you up.
Aggressive, right, Mike?
Very aggressive.
Well, you know, loser bracket it is, right, Chris?
That's true, Rob.
Try out that field.
It's all in the game, baby. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Folks, thank you so much for joining us here for a quick Friday night broadcast of our GameSpot Rocket League tournament. Look forward to more action next week after the long weekend holiday here in the States. We've got do we have any more first bracket situation?
Not
things?
for...
I don't know.
What about Danny and...
And we have Matt Paget in the chat calling for that singing of "Oh Canada." Matt, it's just a first round win, buddy. But I tell you what, you win the championship, I will sing "O Canada," and I know all the words.
Whoa, making promises.
I will. I'll sing it for you, buddy, right here on stream. It'll be a true Patriots dream.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll talk to you later. Call me.
Don't call him. He's a loser. That was so harsh. I'm a loser, too. We can't all be winners. Like this guy.
I am. I'm in second round. I'm feeling good about it. We play Mary and Mike Powers. I'll talk some shit. I wasn't impressed with their first showing. I think Marco and I are a solid team. I'm really happy with my partner.
You guys put on a good show yesterday.
He's pretty defensive. I try to be aggressive as far as the midfield game goes, keeping the ball on the other side of the field. So, I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Marion Powers, solid team.
Maybe we'll even get some cameras out in the office so you folks can see the madness as it unfolds. As for now, it's time for us to pack this one in. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll be back next week with more Rocket League hotness. Have a great weekend.